players.
Yeah, every time they played the split this year, it's been very, very close. So certainly expecting another banger here to start out. You know, you've got
Fnatic
some pretty big
on
compositional differences.
defense.
Desk was doing a great job highlighting it.
FUT on attack.
On that chamber, you've got Durka on the Yoru.
We got Alpha on the race. Doesn't get to play it much. Gets raid boss. Gets dropped the ghost. Buys double satchel. Has armor.
Because you're able to spread the map a lot more with this Yoru. You can gate crash around and Durka gets an opening kill.
That's that's a lovely first kill from him as well.
Out of the equation.
We'll go for a bit of a unique wall over towards middle.
There's Mr. Fallen just leading the way there. Stun across as the push game ready to come through. Alpha here trying to stay elusive. Boaster with some covering fire.
Oh man, look at the util. Look at that stun, bro. Look at that stun. Got the guy in hell, and it got the guy over towards main. That was lovely, bro.
Oh well, not the end of the world there. But this is something that I'm really
lovely from Alpha as well. Alpha hit the, would you say, hardest shot maybe? And honestly, Duck got a dink before.
He TPs over to the A side to sort of reinforce that, make sure they've got a little extra oomph if it goes that way. Yeah, okay, Boaster, let him know. One pistol round, but sure.
Showing off that.
Yeah, but I mean, Fnatic have to celebrate the pistols. They don't win pistols much. It's actually been the one thing that's been really letting them down. It's like, I want to say the easiest to change, but it can be hard. They're allowed 2 deaths. Kind of allowed 3 deaths, really.
Flash going in behind Chronicle, faces back in towards main, finds one. And that's just going to be the cleanup getting ready to come through. Shot into the leg.
What's going on, Durka?
Flawless anti-eco here for the side of Fnatic. Chronicle collecting 3. Very solid start.
You know what I'm already seeing here, Achilleos, is just good protocols. Just the way
you said you guys are sleeping in Mandarin. Wait, really?
That's like, you know, especially you got to watch the initiators like Leo being able to maneuver himself around
after
the map.
not hitting the no-scopes, the Marshall turns into an op. And, I mean, basically buy.
Doesn't play a huge role in that
That's been the one thing that I could critique as well. Like, this third round, they have some questionable buys, especially when they, especially when they lose a lot of people in their second round.
Full rifles and operator. Only the armor going to be the big difference here between the 2 squads.
And this
From FUT, they do this a lot as well. Wall over towards B creates a lot of pressure with the smoke. And yeah, they were not expecting this, and this is sick. Yeah, you see them picking it out right now. Durka goes to the only spot where the AWP doesn't cover.
If you're trying to guess based on where that op is, it's going to be really tough to try to avoid it.
They use the Viper AWP the DRX made over towards B, but Fnatic already trying to punish their default on the big buy round. And it's like what a lot of the teams will do. You have like 2 rounds that you know you can punish stuff, and you normally try and bring it out on like the 3rd, 4th round. Obviously, you have more rounds where you can punish based on ults and stuff, but
they're ready to shut down this push. Full shots coming through. Aftershock to further stave things off. Time going to be bought. Still 45 seconds remaining. Flash connecting. CNED with a jiggle peek. Swinging. Crack's going to be able to take down Chronicle. First step there for the Cypher, but Alpha here just peeking into heaven. Takes out Fallen. For a little bit more. Boombot now on the setup. Leo here, bottom rope. Taking one out, not quite reacting.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, this whole time Boaster's just locking down over towards B, so these 2 can play off each other. Big shot from Durka here. Big duel from Alpha as well. Yeah, not expecting this guy. And I think Durka missed the shot.
They know that this Yoru is here. Shots coming through.
Yeah, double miss.
Getting away from that shot, Durka just can't quite make it connect, and now it's Boaster on his lonesome to try to close this out.
He's fast behind pretty early.
Now, they're not quite yet reading the direction he's going to come from, but with this lack of information, should be able to figure out pretty quickly. He either came from ropes or all the way around the map, so see how FUT wants to handle this. Still trying to suss out his position.
And even if they hear the tap, Pink Shell is available, but it won't be necessary.
He did a little bit of damage. Does CNED pick up the ult?
On board here in the 3rd round, not allowing that bonus conversion, but still to suffer some heavy losses.
Yeah, FUT just good awareness on this early rotation from Alpha.
Boaster changes crosshair. Dude, I was going to say that. I've never seen this crosshair from him.
And that opening gives them just a little bit of extra breathing room, because the initial protocols here from Fnatic are really, really good to use that utility to keep them stuck in B heaven. That's the whole plan there. And even if you lose Chronicle immediately, Durka TPs back towards their spawn, has the op there to hold down to make sure they can't rotate all the way back through defender spawn. So
hey, Yesterday with a good read on this one. We get to the outlaw. We got one.
Really good
Wow, we got 5 people that can get one shot.
Buys them that round, winning some big battles in that back space behind the Be Heaven stairwell.
And because of the arsenal that Fnatic did have going into that round, now both economies a little bit wishy-washy. See, the Outlaw, the Bulldog, the Guardian in play here for the side of FUT. Stingers, Bulldogs as well.
That flash is pretty nice though. Pops at the bottom of the ramp so you can be facing the whole time.
Very much going to impact the long-term economy for both squads.
And I love this Outlaw purchase. Has tremendous potential.
Hey, Satchel to break the trip over towards middle as well though. Then Vision Block and Skydog. Like, FUT handled this very well. Satchel, Vision Block, Skydog, pressure created over towards middle, so now there's pressure for the split. And just group up towards B in here.
It's going to be Boaster up in Heaven. See how well they can handle this.
Spray across with Yedache.
Yeah, and that's the one-shot gun we're talking about.
Chronicle through that one way. Captain now pushing forward. Flash coming across. Does get the catch here. Slowing them up. They get ready to go for this plant. Players here for this out of Fnatic.
Whoa. Whoa. 3 with his flash.
An Outlaw in hand. Pushes out of the smoke. The right clicks.
Wait, what kind of flash is this for him to get 3?
Dancing around the outskirts of Boaster's hitbox. He manages to keep himself alive, and we're going to have to see that back on the replay because the impact from Durka, that shut everything down.
Yeah, and it's the timing that he can use off those gate crashes to
they got no money,
just a
right?
little bit faster to get here a little bit sooner.
Oh, is his clone flash. That's what I have.
Again, a lot of the Fnatic gameplay here
is
stall for the rotations, and they're going to come quicker than you expect because of that Yoru. And Fnatic doing a great job holding that round down. Despite, like you said, kind of a odd buy. Now it's a
forces FUT down to whoa, double. Forces FUT down to Nico, bro. Dirk is actually having an absolute game. Yeah, stun nade, that's a death as well, right? Ooh, didn't go far enough.
Gonna be eating quite a bit of damage. Just trying to stay stagnant here, just trying to stay silent. Got the headhunter, but only 2 bullets for it. That Boombot's about to scout him. Gets the headshot on a one, but then Durka playing up onto the corner, able to take him down, stop any further bleeding. Yedache, noted, dead. Fnatic, 4-1.
Yeah, Fnatic here just
do FUT call a timeout here?
What they saw the last time in an eco from FUT, and this time they challenge it. It's just a slow push.
Maybe they don't need to call a timeout, but they at least need. They've seen 2 rounds where they've seen the Cypher util trying to get info over their stuff over towards B.
We're just gonna win this fight. And
like the whole setup right now from Fnatic was pretty cool, right? So FUT do this all the time, right? Wall, smoke, but then they have one round where they punish with the op. Op is here, punishes early, and then ever since then they've had a camera that spots over the wall and spots either side of the. Actually, that's a lie. It spots one side of the smoke.
But Durka immediately, they're using this ult to try to flush players over in.
They used the they stole the K-Corp. Stole the K-Corp insta ult round. Kinda sick. K-Corp used it 3 times. Where they just insta go over towards A with the Omen flash. Yeah, they did great on this. That's nice though that they've been stealing some stuff.
What a play there from Durka, setting himself up with a little help from Leo. Very nicely handled.
Oh, Alpha. Yep, it's gonna say caught with util in hand. Swings back in.
Good luck to Chronicle, because he's going to get ulted here.
Suspecting that Chronicle is going to be here in backside. Does he just send it? Yes, he does. But already he's dead. CNET able to collect that. 2v4.
Whoa.
Okay. A 2v3.
Yeah, this is going to stop plant for a bit.
Waits it out. Aftershock coming through. Forces him off the plant. But still plenty of time here to play through 4 foot.
But his stum's good.
Able to collect one, but it's all on Leo.
Not too bad though. This is the 2 rounds that FUT have won right now have both been 4v5. Them with the 4.
Early advantage that it looked like Fnatic might be able to utilize. It's a good recovery here from FUT. This opener onto Alpha, just getting a timing, getting the showstopper. Add a captain, catching Boaster, trying to creep up the stairs. And then they pin Chronicle in the corner. He had no chance one way or another. Nicely timed, nicely executed. And every attack round win is huge for FUT. Is this comp for Fnatic generally?
CNET gets the op out. Fnatic, 2 people that get reset here.
Alpha here looking to get pretty aggressive as he makes his way over towards mid. Trailblazer trying to scout, but there's a lot of players corralled here, but in fact it's just going to be a Boombot taken down.
Did I miss here?
Tour de force as well for CNET, watching that B angle.
Might just be a misclick.
3 players on site already looking to, again, try to keep FUT
I think that might just be a misclick. There was no pressure over towards A heaven, right?
Paranoia does connect, but Leo.
Unless there was a sky flash that I missed.
It's a nice flash in, and a lot of damage across. They just spam through the wall. CNET able to find
Whoa.
finding 2.
Yeah, and Leo maybe should have got 2 there.
Open, cracks, wise to it. Good sense. It's a paint shell cross, but he has to be the one to recover.
Really went in for this. Okay, this is a giant 2v3. Yesterday, if he gets set up, has ult, so you might see Fnatic go a little bit faster.
His way back over. Plant now going to be coming through.
Tough 2v3 now. You do have the Viper's Pit if you so choose as well.
Oh, they save.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. You have that operator. Want to make sure you keep that for future
I mean,
rounds.
this is a lovely round for FUT. They'll take this.
And even though
if you FUT here, you don't even hunt.
It's FUT's turn this time to kind of remember what happened last time Fnatic tried to stall them up in B heaven.
This will be 2. This will be 1, 2, 4. So with this, they can buy. Right, these 2, and this can be a drop. Especially as Duck has armor.
And Cracks as well, looking really, really good. He struggled mightily.
I feel like this is a misclick though. These 2 rounds are a little bit alpha, to be honest. Alpha missed time over towards heaven with the nade prior, and then ult here. And I guess there was a sky flash. It was either a misclick or there was a sky flash, and they thought they were going A heaven.
Don't want to hand over any more charges towards that next dimensional drift. So FUT, a solid round win here, string 2 together. Now just 1 separating from tying things up. Like you said, on this attack side, the more they get, the better it is for them.
Yeah, Leo's going to feel like he should have done better than
this. Dying too fast.
Well, sometimes that happens. You take a bullet to the head.
Do be like that. Couple ults to speak of. Seekers 1 away from Mr. Fallen. Of course, still that Viper's Pit. 1 away from the Rolling Thunder for Leo. The Neural Theft for Chronicle. The Omens as well with their ults, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure Dog doesn't see that far. So
this time,
it's a shame we didn't get a replay of
is Durka with that op. But it's more of a 3-2
of the ult to actually see why he popped it.
I think checking for aggression was FUT, having Mr. Fallen over there to back up Yedajay, just in case they got a little bit aggressive again with that Yoru. Have a little bit of extra cover, but
CNET very clean on the movement, gets himself out of there. Minimal damage taken. Chronicle does get knocked down a little bit lower. Yep, push.
No way.
Poster's dead.
Wait, what?
Dead in that position, but somehow turns it around. Was expecting it off the back of the parent.
How has he got that kill?
Back across to get himself out to safety. Reveal in. Leo able to play off that one. Crack's going to be taken down. Spots out a couple of additional players, but out of Captain now finding Alpha here. Chronicle here on the site. Sends out the Neural Theft.
Whoa, that was a bit. That was weird because it's like, would you not just wait for the info? I mean, Durka should have this kill. That was weird, man. He should have waited for the Cypher info before the breach shot.
Paying dividends for Fnatic there.
Dude, Durka's farming though. This is like his. Do you know what's mad? This is his best game this year. And he used to do this like all the time. Maybe not this higher level. He's actually been a lot of kills.
Back over here, wait out the
he's had his worst year ever.
Getting away from FUT.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, and even though they win that opening exchange, they shouldn't have. The change in positioning of those trap wires for Fnatic worked a treat. They caught 2 players with it. Should have had the first. But somehow Yedajay was able to get out of there. Get the kill onto Boaster.
Should have waited for the plant. Nah, he could have died.
He
did the best thing.
And then the other trap wire, right at the front of B, catches a player. They're able to spam him down through the blocks, and that's a.
That's insane. Yeah, that extra bullet on the right hit.
For the feet and spray. This right here is huge. Getting Cracks off the rip, and then again having this Yoru makes it a lot harder to make plays like that Omen TP work, because that Yoru can stick around for a really long time over on the other end. And use that gate crash to quickly get back to try to help out on a potential retake or defense of the other side of the map. Durka.
Been no timeouts, right?
Consider Trailblazer coming. That's going to back him off a little bit.
Does spot him. And now he's just back over here at screens. Flash in, not really getting a blind connection on anyone there. He's got 2 players committed to crossover at ramp. CNET trying to lead the charge. Away, shifting off that rendezvous, so doesn't have the fast TP back into sewers. Pit now going to be invested here up in heaven. Okay. Try to take some control. Boaster spamming across.
Never really seen an ult from heaven.
Cannot. Cracks able to collect him. The Omen goes down. But how do they get themselves now onto the site? Is Durka still here? Alpha here, still in heaven. And now they're very much aware of it. As CNED falls.
Oh, Spike still got across. I mean,
it feels like in all likelihood they're going to have to try to just pivot across into vent.
I still don't really know where you want to go. Like, this Viper ult's cool to take a lot of pressure, but then kind of block yourself off here.
You could get a quick kill and back out, buy some time for rotations potentially, but still FUT considering how to make this work. Don't have any more flashes.
Fault line at the ready. Decoy sent the peek, the kill. Mr. Fallen dead once more.
He has no idea about the Omen on okay.
Somewhat unassailable. They finally are able to displace him. Leo getting juggled around. Attention pulled in multiple different ways. Ends up falling.
15 seconds. Dude, we gotta get the spike across. Holy, that was close. UTJ just saved them.
A 3-piece for him. The plant now with 4 seconds to spare. Chronicle
9 HP, 20 HP. It's a doable 1v3.
Here for 2 of the players. If you can isolate, pick them off.
Problem is, Krax is the... Oh, okay. Wait, I thought they were playing this different.
So much more winnable for Chronicle. Shots here below.
Holy, that was so close.
Stops him from getting that next opportunity.
Yeah, I was gonna see that if he wants to op.
FUT again, 1 round away from tying us.
You gotta love the creative use of the Viper's Pit here by FUT. They gain mid control, so they know.
Yeah, I actually think did this have a gap where this guy could like walk all the way out to have
There's no
hell?
mid control at all with this setup that Fnatic is going for, and it costs them.
I would need to look at that to see the spread on hell, because I'm pretty sure a guy just managed to walk all the way down and jump into hell. That's kind of sick. Tachi Shell with the prime, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Towards that elbow area.
Okay, now we get a giant round. 5-4. This one's pretty much worth 2. Whoever loses this has to eco.
I mean, Chronicle did what he could, and the last time they played this map, it came down to a lot of clutches. But here so far, just been good, steady play, good counter reads.
Just a quick little.
Yeah, Burster's just got
a slow drift away from the angle. Swing out.
Whoa, man, Dark is so confident.
Completely disrespects the operators. Is that what's mine?
Wait, what's he doing? He's crazy, bro.
Turns for the flash, set up for the gate crash, try to get himself out to safety. Should it be necessary, but I think now FUT, they might be having to second guess his approach here onto the A site.
Right there. Boaster tucked in that corner is a great angle for a Paranoia. Once they get confirmation that there are players coming through, just need someone to watch that angle for him to get that info.
I mean, it's most likely Razor onto site, but 3 people here. Alpha goes looking over towards B. They need to get some info. Yeah, these 3 are going to feel alright.
That gives it away right there.
Well, there goes that. Showstopper now. In play, up over the top.
21 HP.
Seeking a target.
Whoa.
Connecting on a Boaster, but Yetche just doesn't check the corner. Boaster collects his second.
Boaster with the stinger.
Spike up here, above, but
hey, nicely handled in the end. I mean, Darker just kind of diffed him a little bit with the first original kill.
That's just good discipline play from Fnatic, and
yeah, they held strong here.
Cost FUT a lot in this round.
It looks like Fnatic have a bit of a read that when they take Heaven, they don't like to pivot anywhere. And I don't know if that's true or not, but it's what it feels like with how they're positioning and playing.
17, 6, and 5 at the moment here on that Yoru. I mean, the last time that they played that 14-12 scoreline, it was Alpha who was really keeping them out in front, who was able to help secure that victory, putting up an incredible performance on the Raze. But this time,
this is a hard timeout.
I don't know what he ate. And, I don't know what he did to prepare.
Doing it. At max, people are sitting at like 3-1, so there should be an eco here.
Right now.
And this is a huge boon for Fnatic. If Durka can really heat up
17-6, yeah, Durka's farming him.
And Chronicle as well. That is a disturbingly scary team to have to go up against because of how much firepower this team certainly has, and FUT as well. Tons of firepower, and credit to FUT. Frankly, they're having a great half. I am really impressed so far with the way that they're able to kind of use some of these setups against Fnatic.
They can both kind of do it,
and then they're creating their own space with stuff like that really clever Viper's
but
Pit,
mostly it would be Viper, yeah.
Stuff like that is really working well for them. I suspect they're losing a lot of these first blood
didn't pick up the op so they could get the outlaw.
Maybe a little bit concerning. That's something that really was a killer for them against 100 Thieves, but
and this could be an op if they
you
win.
know what? They're able to recover quite nicely, but now they've got to do a lot more because they are on an eco.
Okay, so FUT in the timeout, go back to their original stuff over towards B, but it just feels like Alpha's getting pure info. Sorry, Chronicle.
Players over there. It looks like something that FUT is considering trying to
challenge. Got the change up.
Push up. A wider angle here onto Ramen.
As a TP back to A, so we can get out.
Swing out, Durka able to find the second shot.
You're done.
Let's get tagged down to 19, but he gets his and he gets out.
Still, though, they're seeding mid-control for this. They got to be careful. Nobody's watching ropes. Cracks is kind of freely making his way through. Finally, Boaster starts counting for it. A good win for Mr. Fallen.
A little bit too aggressive there.
Durka is so
considering how
aggro.
low he was. Weapon not going to be recoverable, though. His Alpha is still sat atop ramp, watching the angle.
His confidence in this has been,
It's going to come up
I don't know, I haven't.
to Boaster potentially, it looks like, if they keep drifting in this direction.
It's insane. I haven't seen it this year, that's for sure. To be this confident.
But again, all mid-control.
He's 19 HP to take that peak.
Be Heaven.
Would have been great if he got to the angle, though. The reward of it is huge. Boaster?
Gets off of that one now.
Yeah, Boaster's like, holy hell, I nearly got caught out with my ult.
Spike now.
Ult might have been smoke, I guess. Smoke would have made more sense.
Grabbed by J, but nothing more to be dealt. Alpha here puts him down. Fnatic now 7-4.
Does...
His foot get ready to go into
I mean, I guess they op, right?
A last purchase to see if they can make
I'm
this
pretty sure Leo can drop Durka.
Yeah, and you're not super close to any ults here for FUT Esports. 2 away from a Seekers. That's the closest you're going to have. Meanwhile, there is that dimensional drift for Durka again. Last time around, we saw him get very aggressive out of A main with it. Let's see if he's just going to kind of chill out.
Okay, so the timeout from FUT must have been for this round.
There's a lot of attention being put at mid here by Fnatic. Got Leo with his util, Boaster there, and Alpha to back him up. Lead the charge.
It feels like wait, they go for the same one. Oh, I like this though. They're double planned for it. They had the original plan where they do the K-Corp fast strat, right, where the Euro ult, and then they have a flash behind it, whether it's here or whether it's sewers. And then this one, they have the ult, and they think it's the same one, so they run over towards middle, where it's a double push, and then they're gonna flash this area with it. So that was nice. They had a second layer to the K-Corp strat.
But they're not able to do any more damage after that. FUT just able to plant their feet, hold on to this round nicely, but they haven't grabbed the spike just yet.
Oh, the instant dink into the spray down. Leo coming up with a second. Ada Captain going to be taken out. Another flash sent. Yet
big Joe.
timing does catch Chronicle unaware.
Yeah, big Joe. UTJ's been great, man.
Man starting to come
Damn, bro. UTJ just won him this round.
Now it's all on Durka. Drops down, grabs a
yeah,
weapon,
he
but
did.
Not steady it fast enough. J, another big round from him. He gets FUT up to 5.
Yeah, Fnatic.
5's pretty decent. I mean, they lost pistol. 5 is huge, to be honest.
Times. And FUT has good reads, especially on that drop down, knowing that Durka likes to come right out the back of that fake out. And J knows that he can step up there, find a timing on that drop down. And they're just doing a really good job here, finding that open space is J.
And this is something that we weren't seeing from him in that last series. 100 Thieves weren't given them the time of day, weren't given the opportunity, but J right now looking strong, looking like the player we know he can be. But speaking of players, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit on Alfier in our Omen player moment.
I mean, I'm feeling...
Everyone steals from everyone? Yeah.
I expect we're gonna win. They play unexpected.
Why wouldn't you? You got a lot. I mean, I say a lot. There's not too many teams that innovate, but
expect what they do.
There's people, there's teams that you'll write names down for.
Team like after a long time, first time. Maybe that's why we just struggling a bit.
Took the TP to get to the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Leo able to clean up one more. Alfier converted! And 2 fall! Landing onto the third, it's Alfier!
I mean, of course we're gonna prepare for next match, and for me, like, I'm just a bit sad, but I know we can win in every game. And when you go to lower, you have much more match, and I just want to play like more match. That's why I'm happy to be lower, and I'm also a bit upset because I'm gonna eliminate Turkish team or they're gonna eliminate Turkish player. Like, it's a bit sad. I think they are really good. They are a really good team actually. I think we are best team.
Whenever we see people innovate as more players or coaches, we have no idea the issue. You get an idea sometimes, like K-Corp is obviously the coach, just because we've seen it before on Gambit, and then we saw the individuals from Gambit go to other teams. Maybe those teams not innovate. Like I think Liquid with Red Guard's like the best example.
Yeah, no doubt
and then K-Corp obviously had like all of the stuff that Gambit was doing, like innovation-wise. So sometimes you can work it out, but a lot of the time we have no idea.
So it just comes down to coordination, especially with that Yoru in play. Like, how are you?
And then you have to listen to like interviews as well. Like the FPX guy is the FPX innovation is from their coach as well.
With this Fnatic comp that they have crafted here for Split, the good news is Durka is on one. And if he can find those good timings, he can start wreaking some serious havoc.
Yeah, I mean, right now 2x the next highest kill count on his team. CNED looking to try to hold things over at ramp. Chronicle just going to be tucked away into the corner as Yedajay is taking a very aggressive line.
Alpha knows.
Alpha seemingly reading it, but not ready for it.
This kid's
Jay
been
takes
so
his head
good.
off, finds that kill. Mr. Fallen just going to be dropping back, giving up some space over here in Mail. The rest of Fnatic, though, got to start
The giant
maybe
jewel.
towards A. A little peek in towards the vent.
Look at Darker.
But even with that kill, still a little bit of a slower approach. Durka, the timing a little bit whiffy at the start, but gets the mark all the same. Mr. Fallen going to be taken down now. Man advantage here.
I like
for
this from
Fnatic.
Yedajay though. He pushes spawn. They have
For
no
Fnatic.
idea.
They have
Man,
opened
we're
up
gonna
so
have a
much
weird
space on this
duel.
map. Chronicle seems aware
Really
of this
weird duel.
rotation. Yedajay making a ton of noise and he's
Respect.
So wise here from Chronicle.
Damn,
Now,
how is
cut
he
back
that
towards
on
B.
it?
Footsteps heard. Durka still lingering forward. Sets up the gate crash.
Someone else
How
here?
aggressively he wants to play this.
I don't think so.
Very aggressively,
Shot.
in fact.
Bro,
This is
he's
another
actually back.
Absolutely star-studded round from Durka.
Double pistol. They get the
Another
revenge
3K,
from the first
another
split that they
pistol.
played.
Now I believe he's got
in playoffs.
21.
It's just amazing patience here from Fnatic. Even though Alpha loses his battle, that kind of gives a little bit of extra confidence
Yeah,
to Cracks. to
going
try to
around
push
the
an
corner
angle
here so the
himself.
flash didn't hit
See if
was
they can
lovely.
really smother Fnatic out of the round, but Chronicle wise to
Luckin
that, and
3
also
with the
the
tier
lurk
1.
Yedajay.
Thank
I
you so
mean,
much, man.
Durka,
Appreciate it.
that
6
is-
months.
The readjust, the vertical flick to find the headshot, not give CNED any opportunity to use that headhunter. What a reaction.
Yeah, that was
Just
really nice.
ridiculous.
Okay,
Look at this
the
buy. 3
pistol
rifles,
counters.
a
It's
stinger,
2-0.
and then just a classic for Boaster. So looking to try to make this bonus very, very strong. CNED, the headhunter, out towards mid. Just checking with the cam, just in case somebody was peeking through that smoke.
Blind spot, but they're still not jiggling wide enough. Now Camp back through. Shot going to be sent, but CNED having to pull off the angle. Rendezvous back to safety. Looks to try to reinforce his A site.
It's a great read there with that cam. Buys them so much extra opportunity to try to close through, but are they going to be ready for Cracks?
Boombot to Mail, so they haven't necessarily scouted him, but you can see them just still staring in this direction. But Poster,
He did
called it
good.
off timing, does end up
Realized he
falling,
had
but
like a
switches straight
second
back.
before this camera spots him.
That's okay. That was just your classic buy.
Yeah, that's the
So, at
person
the
they're
end of the
allowed to
day,
die.
That's
And they
an
kind of have another
unexpected loss
one
in
that
some
they're
ways.
allowed to die
There's
as
also
well.
your smokes
Yeah,
and your paranoia, so
that's okay.
could lead to some more damage being dealt here, but we'll see how FUT do fare.
All bullets for
CNED,
CNED.
I mean, he's just completely surrounded here for the most part. Wake up coming through. Here's the cam set up. Paranoia up in towards heaven. Drifting over.
Chronicle.
Oh, but the cam. The timing.
Bro, this guy's
Dart through.
owning him with
Chronicle keeping
cam.
himself alive.
This is the kind of stuff where
Now gone.
I think like double
Advantage very much here
like
in
double
the hands
info
of Fnatic as
Sentinel,
they
there's a
storm
world
their way over onto
that
the
kind of
A side.
comp would
Chronicle
work.
holding the rope with ease. Push up.
Because this kind of
Captain will be able to
default
deal
here
little
was
bit
a
of additional
prime
damage, catching
example.
Durka unaware. Still 3 players to try to work through. More damage from here can very much be dealt by FUT if they can find some additional kills. Rifles in hand, they would love to take those out. Now they're going to find
They're really nice.
Yedajay.
Yeah, if you just look at this one round, right, we had
Drift
camera
all the way back
middle
through vent. I mean,
to
he
spot
needs to die
middle.
in this
Then we have
round, so it
camera
seems
into
like it's gotta be
vent
the
to
plan.
spot vent. Then we have the
point,
camera over
just
to
getting
heaven
down
as
with
well
spike,
to
but
spot heaven. Like it's
again,
it's a
good,
whole
meticulous
default that is
gameplay
all
from
round
Fnatic,
using
good
the camera
reads
to just get them
to
info
begin
the
this
whole
round.
time. Instead
That
of just
camera,
using it on the luck, we're just using it
Chronicle,
aggro.
You know, we've seen it on a knife's edge with some of the util in hands for Fnatic. We saw Boaster with his TP in the previous half. This time around, he's able to switch.
Heard the drop down, but I was gonna say if he goes
Double Sentinel,
he's pushing
yeah.
in this
I
position,
think
Chronicle's gonna be
the
the one to take him
camera
out, and that's now
and
the
like
Herald
a
comes
alarm
online.
bot, or if you were thinking
huge.
maybe chamber,
It's a huge
like
win
the
for Fnatic. Keeping those 3 rifles.
whatever it's called.
So yeah, the stinger and the
Just a
classic
little
on, but
thing that's like an
totally
alarm
fine.
bot.
That's all part of the
Like
plan.
them to actually go
They're able to
aggro
have a
and
really
clear
strong
map
bonus
control on the default on
as a side
attack.
of Fnatic, and now I start to
It could
really
work well, maybe in the
keep my
current
eyes
meta, to be honest.
on this Yoru to see exactly what some of these setups are going to look like. You know, because sometimes you have to take a bit of space early on split with a Yoru to make sure that those gate
Kron's
crashes
still
can
on
get
the
as far as you
initiator.
need them
Yeah,
to go,
kind of.
to really
That's
keep
what it felt like a little
your
bit.
opponents unsettled and get yourself a ton of extra room. This one's just going to go all the way up towards mid, right next, but I think it's cleared there, or just faked.
I like this.
One of the
They
two right next to
this is
CNET.
a good default at the moment. So they smoked vision off here,
So
and then they
that's
had
just
the
gonna,
Euro
set
TP
them
land in the
slowly
corner of middle, so
working
they
their way
actually
through.
create a question mark. They
They're
don't
gonna
know
wait
that it's
for
a
some
question mark for
contact, then
sure.
try to crunch into
They
mid, it
create the
looks like to
pressure
me.
that they now could be in
A little bit
vents.
of noise made there. Had a captain just swinging back and forth. CNED spotting at the poster. Pulls away, likely worried about a paranoia potentially coming through. And then a rush play from Alpha behind it.
Do I think Viper's going to fall off after the event? Nah, I think Viper's really, really strong still.
Two big ults now for the side of Fnatic to try
It was
to
a good nerf,
get this converted.
but all the nerf really did is just make sure that the team isn't going to use it on Ascent. That's about it.
Spotting out one. Bumps into him, he's looking for more. The captain now going to be noted here at elbow.
And maybe Lotus, people need to rethink it, but yeah, a little bit of info, raised a good amount of questions to where he could be.
Cutting their way across in towards B.
Yeah, they didn't
30
like
seconds.
on that side.
He clone over towards B. We've got camera aggro again to get map control. Yetajay holding B. I mean, FUT should win this just purely because of Yetajay. Saying that, giant kill.
Shuts him down, but Yetajay, decent timing, swings in.
Wait, he's playing a bit too aggro because of the time.
A lot more work to be done for now. He's
Yeah.
lonesome. With him falling.
That was him making a solo play because there's 15 seconds left. He misplayed that.
Especially now, activating a trap wire.
Just full awareness. Chronicle tucking back. They're still pushing forward. And he has an opportunity to deal so much damage here. Waiting for the timing. Swings
Oh, respect to Mr. Fallon.
Does shut it down.
Yeah, Alpha's still low. That still was his Omen flash.
Paranoia. Not catching anybody. Backside setup. Leo finding one. Durka getting the other.
Hey, nice. These are really good after plants. Like we had all of the crossfires.
Doubling FUT scoreline as they reach 10.
Yeah, just great mid-rounding here from Fnatic.
Yeah, I feel like Yetajay kind of messed up a little bit. Just got to hold B main here the whole time. The guy in B maybe got his kill away as well.
To just go to the other side, and that's a huge opening win for Alpha. That breaks up so much space. Yetajay then left on an island. The other three players, 4 FUT on the other side of the map. Fnatic just reads it so nicely. And it just all comes down to the calling on that one. I mean, it helps you have the ult as well to get the info. And it's just a beautiful read from Fnatic, and they're trying to push some space towards B early, but gonna think better.
Chat's aggressive today. Let's do longer timeouts or something. How about that?
This time by Cracks, getting closer to that showstopper, but still 3 orbs away. So a lot to go for this ult rotation for FUT.
Yeah, everyone's starting still the K-Corp trip.
Yeah.
Not wanting to give that.
It's so funny. It's like all of the, because Heretics were doing this as well. So this was around for, this has been around for like a whole year, right? And everyone's been playing Cypher, but we've only really been seeing this trip loads this year, and it's just purely because like it just snowballs, right? Only one team in the EMEA was ever using this trip, and then everyone starts using it in practice. Weber was talking about teams using it in practice and they stealing it from practice. And then now we're seeing literally every EMEA team with a Cypher do this default.
Like Rendezvous, CNET still looking to try to push forward as they're reading this beautifully. Yetajay completely expected and dealt with. Durka finding that kill.
A good stun on site. That was a great stun on site. It was an unreal stun on site. TP into the back. The thing that I love at the moment from Fnatic as well is FUT are probably looking at the game they played and they're like, well, we just need to make sure that we're ready how to counter their fast B, and they haven't gone for their fast B yet.
Didn't need to be.
Because that's what they ran against them every buy round.
Good mid control taken again here by Fnatic. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout from FUT to try to address that in some way. Because that's cost them some of these rounds. You give so much space to pivot.
Then if they time out, I wonder if they just go fast B.
Captain. Can he win this one? Oh, yeah.
But he can. He still eats damage though. Teleports across, but the fault line still connects. Durka.
What is Durka's score?
3 kills from him once again. It's Fnatic move up 11-5.
K-Corp are the meta leaders, bro. Is last year's K-Corp. Maybe they had two things that They had two things that were like good. The teams could still. Lotus, Viper, Smoke. Everything else, you'll probably put it in the bin, to be honest.
Fnatic so much room to maneuver on this map when you're seeding mid control that much and not having backup plans to follow it. And it makes them tough when you've got players like Chronicle that are going to be getting their traps a little bit deeper sometimes. We saw that where you got one into ropes and you're able to get tons of information on those late rotations or those retake attempts from the side of FUT. Just really shutting them out right now are Fnatic. This is just incredible how well they're playing, and FUT just looks like they still haven't recovered from that match against 100 Thieves.
Yeah. I mean, Yetajay, solid performance. Cracks just right there nipping at his teammates' heels. But we're not seeing that impact from CNED whatsoever.
That's a good point.
And it was, you know, again, going back to the most recent matchup on split between these squads.
Yeah, who line up
was
on
CNED,
Ascent? That's
it was
true.
Alpha
Yeah,
Year.
people could do that.
Turkish battle to see who was going to be able to come out on top, and it was narrowly Fnatic. Right now, though, it's looking mighty absent. Operator going to be coming through here for him.
Okay, so timeout goes in, and
This time,
so I would be
seeing a
tempted to
little
call the
bit
B
more attention
hit
initially, thought about mid, but
with a Yori flash
maybe they're gonna
like
play
here
for like a
and then
trap, give
TP
up
to the
that
back,
space intentionally.
because that's like their best strat that they've got, or at
Collapse
least
on
their
them through
strat that they
Mail
used to
might
beat them
be part of
last
the idea
time.
for FUT, but
And while they're trying to
in
now
general,
just
just kinda
actually try and get
playing a
ready
little
for
bit
like a
slower.
lot of
Fnatic
the
keeps the players
default
back just
pressure.
in case there's an aggressive
I
push
feel
out.
like doing a big hit like that could work
Trapwire
very
able to be
well.
placed pretty far forward at garage. Yeah, now you're starting to get this creep up forward.
Yeah, I
FUT,
love this. So we have
making sure that
okay
this
again, camera
space
to
is
spot
under
over
their
towards
control,
B.
investing a lot of smokes. You had the
Cleared all
toxic
the B,
screen,
put the
you
trip down.
stagger it
Camera
into the
to
omen
bottom and
smoke.
middle. Now
Just
clears
making
all the
sure that
middle,
this is
so they
gonna be
realize that they
really
can
tricky
swing out and
for
take it.
Fnatic to go for. As you can see, they're
They are
definitely at
literally
least
using
thinking about it.
the
their
Cypher,
DNA to try
like
to take this
essentially how
space for
Sky would
sure.
just be. Just getting
We'll
info,
just
picks up the
try
camera
it.
again. Is he gonna
Catch
just
a
do it
stray there
before they
with
go
that
in?
cam dart.
Yeah, we're gonna see the B hit.
Nothing
This
noted.
is a pretty
Smoke
obvious
coming
call
back
though,
through
so
for
I would
Fnatic
expect
captain.
FUT to be ready
Try
for
to
this,
stave
but
off a push from mid.
Durka gonna go here
All
and do his
Fnatic
flash.
Getting ready, get set up and push through garage.
Oh no, we're
Trailblazer
going something
timing,
different. It's
decent
gonna be
here
with
from
the
side of
ult.
Mr. Fallen, but not sure if he's gonna spot too much. Just one over Ramen, and that doesn't really tell them much of anything. So now the dimensional drift gonna be coming through, so Durka can tell all.
Oh, this is huge. This just makes it so difficult
Yeah,
now
gotta
for
leave
FUT
sight, really.
on this site. Here we go.
The rush now coming through, and they're just not quite prepared
Huge,
for it.
man.
Mr.
Yeah,
Fallen
they're
able to
so
find
good
one,
with the
does put
info.
Durka down, but the site now very much in the hands of Fnatic. And a retaking from this position when CNED, he doesn't have any headhunter bullets.
This was
He's got
hard
an
to deal with though.
operator.
Your ult's just so strong.
And now
Your
you've
ult with
all
like a
been
breach
spotted.
and an
You've been
omen.
noted. There's a showstop on the opposite side. Not impossible here for the side of FUT. TP up into the smoke.
Yeah, and they kind of got to save.
Out of captain, dead. Alpha able to collect that with relative ease. And that's just going to be CNED now hightailing it out, trying to get himself out to safety to hold on to this operator. that he
Fnatic is
just
an info
wasn't
team.
able
Yeah, they've always
to
been
put
an
to use.
info team. That's why I was
Fnatic will get
talking a little bit
themselves up to
earlier
that
about the
point,
fact that the
and there's not a damn
comp,
thing
like
that
the
CNED can do about
fact that the meta doesn't really suit
just
them. Like
fantastic stuff off the
Sky
back of
getting
these dimensional
nerfed,
drifts.
and Sky was the
Able
best
to
to
just
go like,
identify where
if this
4 out of
hits,
5
we
FUT
do
players
this,
are,
right? If this Sky
and
flash
just
hits, then we do this.
knock 'em down
If
one
this
by one.
dog gets info, then we
It's
do
beautiful
this. And they
stuff
had
there.
infinite
I
amount of
love the way
info
that
because
Alpha
of the
played
Sky
that. He knew he had the
reflash.
high player.
And then
His teammate
Sky
had the
goes
low, he
out,
trusted
and they
it,
kind of
still had to
just
transfer
lost
down
a
to
little
finish
bit
the
on some of
job,
these
but
maps where they used to use Sky.
Good stuff, good
So,
coordination from Fnatic, and
Yeah,
these dimensional
they're
drifts
a
are
heavy team that is
backbreaking
based
right now
around
for FUT.
protocol.
They have been
Like even Doombro said
so
that he used to
impactful.
anti it a lot, where it would be like,
You know,
if they got
Fnatic's used them in
info
a couple
here, what
different
would they
ways.
do
One time they
next?
use it to get information to make a pivot.
They've
This time
just
they use
been
it for
that team
information
of,
to make an execute.
we get info with a bit of
And it's
util,
worked
and
an
then
absolute treat.
we
They
do
haven't
this or
dropped a
this
single
call.
round here in
And
this
then that makes
attacker's
both the
side.
calling easier, and then they don't have to focus on other stuff.
absolute brutality here,
Yeah, 7.
with potentially
One of the
this
worst.
being the last
My
round.
7, I
Durka,
tell you what,
a
chat,
four-piece
7s are
necessary if he
the
wants to drop
7s
a
haunt
30
me,
bomb.
man. 7s aren't good, I can't draw them.
The way that he's been playing, it's
I think he could
definitely
be good for it.
It's definitely in the cards. And Cracks really wants this orb. Jumps across.
Yeah,
he's
and they
trapped
try and
by it,
punish the
he's
default,
stuck.
and there's the trap, and the
Trapwire
trap gets a
forces
kill.
We'll be taking down the Chronicle,
The
collects
trap
himself a
got the
second.
kill. That's sick.
30 bomb not going to be possible. If they end the map here, I don't think Durka's too concerned about it.
No.
Just wants to get himself over to Lotus.
Can mark that trapwire kill on your bingo card. You don't see
Yeah,
those
that's a
every
rare
day.
one.
No, you certainly do not. Jay just sat here behind boxes in mid, but no one gonna give him the time of day. No one gonna go pushing through. All of Fnatic now just shifting back over here into
This though was an overall
CNED
masterclass.
first and
Like you
final
put
line of
everything
defense
together,
on
it
this
was
side
a
of the map with that
masterclass.
op in hand
We had
to see if he can turn
two
this
double
round
new ults
on its
for
head.
the Euro on
Gonna have
defense.
to try to play ahead of the
Right.
smokes that are coming through.
Like I
coming
might
through
actually
towards
do a
screens,
video
my
of this
guess,
because
with
it was
this
just
operator.
a
Things coming down.
great bit of
One and
anti
done.
really. Not necessarily
Boxes coming
anti,
in,
just
fault
the
line
mix
still
up that
available.
Fnatic did.
Got that rendezvous to try to take him out. Okay, tucks back, is able to dodge
Whoa.
out.
Just as a
Oh,
complimenting
what
them, they
shot
go
there
for a
him.
mental
Great
play.
reaction, great read here from CNED, but still in a very rough position to try to retake the
30
site.
seconds left.
Those are peeking for it there, trying to utilize that smoke. He's got
Might give me
Jay
time
around
to
the
talk a
back.
little bit though. I'll see
Gonna
after
have to
this.
alert him. He's gonna have to break this trip. For now, we'll just play this out quietly and wait Wait for the rotate from Mr. Fall, and the Seeker's now coming through. A 3v3. Possible 4 foot.
Tripwire destroyed.
There's the wire. Chronicle now aware of Yettaj's position, ready for the swing timing. Flash sent. CNET in the bad spot. It's gonna be
That
taken
was
down.
a Joe.
Finding himself a third. The swing
Yeah,
from
that
Leo.
was the Joe.
We'll finish it off.
Nicely done. This was a bit of a masterclass, honestly.
For overtime, not allowing
It really
FUT
was.
to even get close here in this opener.
Fnatic looking dialed in.